I'm Shubhodip, and I will be taking you through the course of digital marketing. So let's start. Our first module will be on the topic named as Web Presence. But before discussing it, let's learn what is digital marketing. Now, have you heard about a bridge which is connecting two different places? Yes. Digital marketing is nothing but a bridge, creating a platform and connecting the customers and the company. So, as you can see that here are some of the platforms especially for digital marketing, which is Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. And one more platform which is missing here is Pinterest. I know you are aware of the term, but most of you don't know that it is also a platform which is connecting the customer with the company. Now, what is web presence? Basically, web presence is just like an Aadhaar card, which is there to prove that you are the citizen of India. And web presence is proving that you are present in web, as they are providing you lots of social media platforms where you can create your account and give a proof that yeah, I am present in the social media. Okay, now let me give you an example so that you can get the concept clearly. Let's take a random name and let me give you the example. Michael, who is 16-year-old, buy a new smartphone and created an account in Facebook, Instagram, etc. Lots of platforms are there to show that yes, he is there in social media. Just like this, the MNCs are also having different social media pages and accounts to make us aware that a company named as so-and-so, I'm not taking any company name, is there in the social media. So guys, if you can relate the example with the thing which is written there on the screen, please give a like in the comment section. Now, in the second point, you can see that different names are there, right? So what are the names? Let's have a look. Website, blog, app. So I think website is a familiar term that you know. App is also something which all we know, right? But what is a blog? Now let me tell you something interesting about blog. Now if you're planning to have a startup but you don't have enough money, right, to have your own startup, so at that time you cannot create an app because app is little costly, right? So you can simply create a blog and start interacting with your customers. So what is the main thing which I'm trying to tell you, that if you create a blog and start interacting with your customers, then some revenues will be also start generating from there, right? And by which you can create an app. So this is nothing but a systematic way. If you are having your own startup, don't have a lot of revenue, start a blog, earn something from there, then create a professional app and create your social media presence, create your interaction with your customers in a legendary level. Okay, now to make the concept more relatable, let me give you an example, right? So that you can understand better what I told previously, right? To clear the concepts, examples are required. So here in the slide, we can see that I have given an example of a company which is a very popular company, Amazon, right? So Amazon is presently having these three things which I have written down below: desktop website, mobile site, and mobile app. Now let's discuss all the 3 points that are mentioned here in detail. So here in the screen, I have opened the desktop website of Amazon by writing their address www.amazon.com, and here is the result, how the site looks today. Now there is something again concept why I told you the web address. I think all of us know the web address of Amazon, but there is some difference for which I told you the address. I will tell tell it to you later. Now, the website that you're seeing just right now in the screen is the mobile website of the Amazon. Don't believe me? Go to your smartphone and type m.amazon.com. M for mobile website, m.amazon.com, and you will get to see the mobile website of Amazon. So I think you can understand the difference of the desktop website and the mobile website by just looking into these examples which I have shown you in the screen. Now here comes the third one and the final one, which is the mobile app. Now this is the mobile app of Amazon. It's look like this. We all know it's very popular, right? So guys, you have seen all the three of them, right? The desktop website, the mobile website, the the mobile app of Amazon, right? So guys, I think you can relate now what is the difference between the desktop website, the mobile website, and the mobile app of Amazon. So the point which I want to say is that Amazon is the company which is having all the three, right? So it's having a desktop website, mobile website, and also very popular, their mobile app. And also they have enough revenue so that they can have different teams for developing three different things day by day, right? Now you can tell me that, sir, it's Amazon, it's one of the richest MNC right now in the world. But what about someone who wants to start their own company but doesn't have enough revenue? Now for that I have something very special for you, which you can currently see in your screen, that is Resource Constraint Model, which is popularly known as RCM. Now first thing is that you must have a single website. There is no need of creating two different websites just like Amazon, one for the desktop and one for mobile, but you have to create a single website. You must have to create a single website for only your desktop, and that must be responsive and adaptive, which we can see, which is our first point, right? Responsive or adaptive website. So the website you are creating at the starting should be responsive and adaptive. Now you don't have to Google it that what is a responsive and an adaptive website. I'm there to guide you, right? So at first, create a website which is responsive, which means that when someone is opening your website, they don't have to wait much for your website to be opened up, right? We all are busy in our life. We don't have enough time for a single website to get open, right? Otherwise, if it takes a lot of time to open, then the customer will think that, arey yaar, this website is very slow. Then I think the company will also be slow like their website. So they will judge you, right? So don't give your customer a chance to judge you. Create a single website, but create that website responsive. Now let's talk about adaptive website. So what is adaptive website? It's basically nothing but to make your website suitable for different types of screen size. Now I will show you an example of the adaptive website. So this is basically an advantage for the visibility of your customer for your website, is that it can easily fill up in a small screen size as well as in a long screen size. As well as in a large screen size, like in a desktop and in a mobile, right? Now in your screen you can again see a website. Just see what I'm doing to show you that how a responsive or how an adaptive website is originally existing, right? So let's just have a look. What is an original adaptive website, right? Just have a look. So what I'm doing is that I'm just shrinking the website from one corner and making it again. Yeah, this is the size which you can actually see on a tablet. This you can again see on a desktop and yeah. So this is the example which I was trying to show you, that yes, this is a adaptive website. Originally this is called an adaptive website. basically there are three types of mobile applications which I'm going to show you right now. So now let's have a look at the types of mobiles app, right? So I think again this is something new which you are going to learn here. So there are three types of apps available in the market, right? So the number one is native app, number two mobile web app, and the number three is hybrid app. And now I will discuss in brief what are these three apps. So basically we all have a clear idea about iOS, Android and Windows, right? Now each of these have different operating system, right? Each of these have different operating system. Now to build one single app for different operating system is called native app, right? I think this is getting little difficult for you to get. So let me give you an example, right? Which will make you to understand this native app concept clearly, just like crystal, right? So let's talk about Facebook. Yeah, Facebook is available in iOS, Android and Windows. Now the Facebook company has made three different apps, one for iOS, one for Android and one for Windows. So as iOS has different operating system, so different coding is required to make the Facebook app for iOS devices. Now Android is again based in another operating system, so different codes are also required to make Facebook different from iOS device to run on Android device. And obviously Windows are having different operating systems, so it's also required different types of codings to make another Facebook which will run on Windows only, right? So Facebook has developed three different apps, three different Facebook app, one for iOS, one for Android and one for Windows. So I think now it is easy for you to get the concept of native app. Now let's talk about the second one, which is mobile web app. So few moments before I have shown you a website called m.amazon.com. So that is actually a website, but it feels and it looks like an app. So that is called a mobile web app. So it's basically a website which has been converted to an app. So actually mobile web app don't require a lot of coding, just like a native app. It's not an app, it's just a website which we are converting it into a app. But one thing you have to take it down is that native apps are the original apps. Mobile web app is not an app, it's just a website which has been converted to an app. So always you have to remember that mobile web apps are not as much responsive and as much adaptive as like the native apps. Now let's talk about the third one, which is a hybrid app. So basically what is an hybrid app? A hybrid app is just a mixture of both this native and a mobile web app. So what is the difference between a hybrid app and mobile web app? Is that native app can be directly uploaded into Google Play Store and also in iOS, means Apple Store. But mobile web app cannot be uploaded in any of these stores like in Google Play Store or in iOS. But hybrid app is a mixture of both native app and mobile web app, and it can also be uploaded in this app stores. But hybrid app looks like a mobile web, looks like the native app. It does not have all the features which a native app is having. So it's basically a mixture, and also codings are less, and also it's economic friendly. I mean, native app are much more costlier than a web app or a hybrid app. So I think it's getting complex for all of you out there that what is the main difference of a native web app and a hybrid app. So for making this concept easy, I have given you the differences, the point differences. So these are the main points of what is a native mobile app. The first one, so it can be coded in a specific programming language, fast performance and high reliability, use phone's device like camera, GPS, etc., installed through App Store, example Google Play Store. So I already told you, right? Now let's look at this mobile web app. So it's a website that looks and feels like a native app. I already told you, right? So here I have given all these points just for a reference purpose so that you can understand the concept more clearly. Now finally, the hybrid app, it's part native and part web app. I've already told you it is a mixture of native and mobile web app, and also allows cross-platform development, right? Resides in the app store. I already told you that it can be uploaded in different types of app stores, uses many native app features, but it is not a native app. A native app is always an app. It's not a website converted to an app, or not a mixture of something else, right? It's an app. A native app is always an app, but the web app is something like some products have been converted, some products have been forcibly converted to something else, right? And which may be not responsive, not adaptive. Hybrid apps are too, not so much responsive and adaptive, just like the native apps. And also one more thing is that what is allows cross-platform development. It means that in hybrid app, you can have only one coding which is allowable both for iOS, Android and Windows, right? So it's cost effective, right? So one thing you have to go through that. If you are having less budget, then you can go for a hybrid app, and if you have enough budget to create an app, then I will suggest you to go for native app. I will not suggest you to have a web app. So it's basically, I've given the point, but I will not suggest you for the web app. If you have enough money, then you go for the hybrid app, and if you have enough money for creating a original app, then just go for that native app, right? So now let me sum up all the thing which I've told you in the entire video. Is that depending upon your own business, you have to decide that whether you want to have a website which is again a responsive and adaptive website, a app which depending upon your financial status can be a native app or a hybrid app, not, I'm repeating, not a web app. So these are the things which I've told you in the entire video, and this is entirely there in this first video of our web presence. So if you like the video, subscribe our channel and give a thumbs up, because I have given a lot of effort for this, and I have given a lot of example so that you can get the concepts clearly, right? So please give a like, share it, and just hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and just wait for our second video to come. Thank you.